Alex exploring a mysterious alien space station far from Earth. He is curious, cautious, and fascinated by the alien technology around him. Alex comes across a closed, glowing door. He hesitates, but curiosity gets the better of him. He pushes the door by mistake, not knowing it leads to a private chamber. As the door opens, he sees an alien girl, Lyra, in a vulnerable moment, doing something very private. Alex freezes, his mind races. Should he leave immediately or stay? Lyra notices him and reacts, not angrily but with shock and caution. Alex tries to explain, stammering and apologizing, but Lyra doesn't understand his language. A communication barrier builds tension. Alex struggles to convey that it was an accident. Lyra retreats slightly, but curiosity glints in her eyes. She seems intrigued by this human, not hostile. Internal conflict. Alex wants to leave but is also drawn in by Lyra's mysterious aura and the strange devices around her. As he looks around, Alex notices strange alien artifacts that seem powerful and dangerous. Welcome to my channel Starlight Sci-Fi Stories. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Alex had always been curious about the unknown, the stars, the distant worlds that humans could only dream of. He had trained for years to explore alien planets, to step where no one had stepped before, and now standing in the corridor of the alien space station, he felt a mixture of fear and excitement. Every metal panel, every glowing light made his heart beat faster. He walked slowly, his boots echoing against the smooth floor, his eyes scanning the strange symbols etched into the walls. He had no idea what they meant or what dangers could be hidden behind each door. He could feel the hum of energy vibrating through the walls, and it made his skin tingle as he moved forward. He noticed a door slightly different from the others. It glowed faintly with a soft blue light, almost as if it was calling to him. He hesitated, his hand hovering over the handle. He knew he should be careful. He had been warned about entering private areas of the station, but curiosity was stronger than caution. He pushed the door by mistake, and it opened smoothly, revealing a room. He had not expected. The air was warmer here, the light softer, and in the center of the room stood an alien girl. She had pale, shimmering skin with patterns that moved like liquid across her arms. Her hair floated slightly, as if underwater, and her eyes were enormous, reflecting the soft light. Alex froze, his heart pounding. He knew he had walked in on something private. She was completely unaware of him at first, and then she turned and their eyes met, and everything seemed to stop in that instant. She looked shocked, and Alex stammered, trying to explain, but no words came out. She tilted her head in confusion, and then moved slightly, trying to cover herself. Alex wanted to look away, to leave, but something about her presence held him. There, it was not fear, it was not lust, it was curiosity. It was the feeling of witnessing something he was not supposed to see. The room was filled with strange devices, some floating in midair, others glowing with soft light. He noticed that the alien girl was interacting with them. She moved gracefully, touching panels, and the objects responded to her as if obeying some silent command. Alex realized she was not just a girl, she was a scientist, a guardian of knowledge, and he had stumbled into her domain by accident. He swallowed hard, trying to calm himself, and took a cautious step back, but the floor made a soft sound, and she reacted instantly, her large eyes narrowing. She did not scream, she did not attack, she simply studied him as if trying to understand his intentions. Alex raised his hands, slowly showing he meant no harm. He opened his mouth, but words failed him. He had no idea how to communicate with her. She tilted her head, and then something strange happened. He felt a sudden mental impression, a thought, a feeling entering his mind, not in words, but as images, flashes of her experiments, of the strange technology. And then a question directed at him. Why are you here? Alex felt panic surge. He wanted to speak but could not. The feeling pressed on him, almost like a wave. She wanted to know if he was a threat, if he was a spy or an intruder. He shook his head, as best as he could, showing innocence. She studied him for a long moment, then moved back slightly, her body language curious, but cautious. Alex noticed that the devices around her were beginning to glow more intensely, almost reacting to his presence. He realized that his presence might be dangerous. He took another step back, accidentally knocking over a small floating orb. It spun in the air, and then shot a beam of light across the room, narrowly missing them both. He ducked, and she reacted instinctively, catching it. Before it could hit the ground, she looked at him with wide eyes, and then a hint of a smile crossed her face, not a human smile, but something that conveyed amusement and relief. Alex realized she was not angry, she was cautious, playful, perhaps testing him. He wanted to speak again, but his voice caught in his throat. He gestured to the door and pointed as if asking permission to leave. She tilted her head, and then made a motion with her hand he did not understand at first, and then the floor beneath them shifted, a panel sliding open, revealing a glowing pathway leading deeper into the room. Alex felt a surge of fear and excitement. The pathway seemed to pulse with energy as if alive, and then she spoke, not in words, but through another wave of impressions. He understood images and feelings, not sounds. She asked him to follow, not with force, but with invitation. Alex hesitated, knowing he should run, knowing he should leave the private space, but curiosity pressed him forward, his feet moving almost of their own. While he stepped onto the pathway, the light flowing around him, he felt the hum of energy in his body, the devices around them shifting in response to their presence. It was as if the room was alive. It was watching, analyzing, judging. He could sense it in the way the alien girl moved, her grace and precision guiding him forward. They moved deeper into the room together, Alex careful not to touch anything unnecessary. She glanced at him, occasionally testing him, seeing if he could follow without disrupting the delicate balance of her experiments. He learned quickly, and she seemed to appreciate it. The hum grew louder, the lights brighter, and the patterns on her skin changed color, flowing from soft blue to vibrant gold, signaling some kind of progress. Alex tried to memorize everything, the symbols, the floating objects, the way she manipulated the strange materials. It was mesmerizing and terrifying at the same time. He felt a mixture of awe and guilt, knowing he had intruded upon something sacred, something private. And yet he could not turn away. He wanted to understand, to learn, to see what she was creating. The pathway led to a central chamber, dominated by a large crystalline structure, pulsing with light. It seemed to breathe as they approached. Alex felt warmth spreading through his body, the energy of the crystal reaching out to him. The alien girl extended her hand, and he instinctively mirrored her movement as their hands approached the crystal. It responded, glowing brighter, almost blinding him for a moment. He stepped back, shielding his eyes, and when he looked again, she was smiling slightly, her eyes reflecting a mixture of relief and amusement. Alex realized she had been testing him all along. The crystal stabilized, and the hum of energy softened. She made another wave of impressions, conveying that he was trusted for now, not fully, but enough to remain in the room without causing harm. Alex nodded, understanding the silent communication. The alien girl moved to a console at the edge of the chamber, manipulating controls that Alex could barely comprehend, strange holographic symbols floating above it, showing patterns and flows of energy. He watched in amazement, realizing this was advanced technology, far beyond anything humans had created. He noticed a small orb hovering near the console. It pulsed with light, and then moved toward him slowly. He reached out hesitantly, and it responded to his touch, sending a wave of warmth through his hand. He flinched slightly at the sensation, and she watched closely, her eyes narrowing with interest. Alex felt as if he had just been initiated into a secret he was not meant to understand, yet somehow he was allowed to witness it. The hum of energy around them shifted again, and the crystal began to emit pulses synchronized with their movements. He realized the room was alive. It responded to their presence and their actions. It was as if it recognized them as participants in a delicate dance. Alex wanted to speak to her, to ask questions, to apologize, to thank her, but he could not find words. Instead, he focused on observing, following her movements, learning the patterns of the technology. The alien girl seemed to understand his intentions. She slowed her movements, showing him how to interact with the devices safely. She extended a floating panel toward him, and he touched it carefully. The symbols rearranged themselves, forming patterns he could barely understand. The crystal pulsed stronger, and the pathway glowed beneath their feet, signaling a new stage of interaction. He felt a thrill of excitement mixed with fear. What would happen next? Was he allowed to be part of this experiment, or was he about to trigger something dangerous? He glanced at the alien girl. She nodded slightly, her expression calm and confident, as if assuring him that it was safe. Alex felt a wave of relief and curiosity. He wanted to learn more, to understand everything about this room, the crystal, the devices, and the alien girl herself. He noticed how her eyes reflected the light of the crystal, changing color as she moved. It was mesmerizing and hypnotic. He felt a strange connection, forming a bond based on trust, curiosity, and the shared experience of this moment. They moved together in the room, their actions synchronized, the devices responding to their combined presence. Alex realized he was no longer just an intruder, he was a participant. The alien girl communicated through gestures and impressions, guiding him, showing him the flow of energy and how to interact safely. He followed carefully, learning quickly, each movement precise and deliberate, as if he had been trained for this all his life. The crystal pulsed brighter, the hum louder, and he felt a surge of energy passing through the room. It was almost overwhelming. He took a deep breath, trying to steady himself. The alien girl watched closely, her expression unreadable, but not hostile. She moved to a smaller console, and activated a holographic display showing streams of light flowing from the crystal through the room, and to various devices he understood that this was a complex experiment controlling energy and matter at a level humans had never achieved. He felt awe and fear mixed together. He realized that he was witnessing something extraordinary, something dangerous and beautiful, all at the same time. The alien girl gestured toward a panel, floating in the air. Alex reached out carefully and touched it. The panel responded, sending a wave of energy through the room. The crystal pulsed brighter, the hum intensified. He felt the energy moving through his body, a strange warmth and pressure, as if the room itself was alive and aware of him. The alien girl watched intently. He tried to stay calm, following her movements, learning the rhythm of the experiment. The pathway beneath their feet glowed with patterns indicating progress. He moved carefully, mimicking her gestures, and the devices responded perfectly. The alien girl smiled slightly, acknowledging his understanding. He felt a sense of relief and pride that he had not ruined everything. The room seemed to breathe around them, alive, vibrant, powerful. He realized that this accidental intrusion had led him into a world of knowledge and mystery, beyond his wildest dreams. The alien girl moved to a floating console at the edge of the chamber and activated a series of holographic displays showing complex patterns and flows of energy. He watched intently, trying to memorize everything. She then gestured to him to interact again. Cautiously, Alex reached out, and the panel responded immediately, sending a pulse of energy through the crystal. The room hummed with power. He felt exhilaration and fear as the energy moved through the space. The alien girl nodded approvingly, signaling that he was learning quickly. The lights in the room shifted colors, flowing through patterns across the walls. The crystal pulsed with synchronized rhythm, and Alex realized that he was becoming part of this intricate system. The alien girl moved closer, showing him subtle adjustments in the devices. He mirrored her actions, the energy in the room stabilizing slightly, and he felt a sense of accomplishment, a deep connection, forming a bond of trust, curiosity, and wonder. He realized that he had stumbled into something extraordinary, something far beyond what humans could comprehend, and yet he was allowed to witness, to participate, and to learn. The alien girl watched him carefully, her eyes reflecting the light of the crystal, shifting from gold to soft blue, signaling approval. He felt a thrill of excitement and anticipation. The experiment was ongoing, and he was part of it. The energy in the room continued to hum and pulse, the crystal glowing with vibrant intensity, the devices responding perfectly to their combined presence. Alex felt awe, fear, and curiosity mixing together. The alien girl beside him moving gracefully, guiding him through the intricate patterns of energy. He realized that he had never experienced anything like this before. The room alive, vibrant, powerful, and beautiful. The accidental intrusion had turned into an extraordinary opportunity, a chance to witness a secret, a bond forming between human and alien, something that could change everything for both of them. And the crystal pulsed brighter, signaling a new stage of interaction. As Alex followed the alien girl carefully, he realized that this was only the beginning of a journey into the unknown, a world of mystery, power, and wonder where one accidental step could lead to unimaginable discoveries. And the story was far from over. Alex felt a surge of anticipation as he and the alien girl moved deeper into the chamber. The crystal continued to pulse with vibrant energy, and the devices around them shifted, responding to their presence. He could feel a strange warmth in his body, as if the room itself was alive and aware of him. The alien girl moved with grace, her every motion precise and deliberate, guiding him through the complex flow of energy. Alex followed carefully, trying to mirror her actions, his hands hovering over floating panels, adjusting symbols and guiding orbs. The energy in the room pulsed in response, a rhythm he was beginning to understand. He realized he was no longer just an observer, he was participating in the experiment. He felt a thrill of excitement, mixed with fear. The power in the room was immense, and one wrong move could have catastrophic consequences. The alien girl glanced at him, her eyes large and reflective, conveying curiosity, and something else, something he could not understand, a silent communication passing between them through gestures and impressions. He sensed her testing him, seeing if he could follow without disrupting the delicate balance of her work. He nodded slightly, trying to show understanding. She responded by moving to a smaller console, a holographic display, appearing in midair, streams of light flowing from the crystal to various devices, forming intricate patterns. He watched intently, trying to memorize the shapes and flows. The energy seemed almost alive, responding to their combined presence. As he reached out and touched one of the panels, a pulse of energy flowed through his body, a warmth spreading from his hand to his chest. He flinched slightly, But the alien girl did not flinch. She observed, calmly signaling that it was safe. Alex felt a mixture of awe and fear. This technology far beyond human understanding, and yet he was interacting with it. Guided by the alien girl, he realized that trust was forming between them, a bond forged through shared experience and careful cooperation. The crystal pulsed stronger, the lights shifting through colors, flowing from soft blue to vibrant gold. The room hummed with energy, and Alex felt a strange exhilaration. As he moved carefully following her guidance, the alien girl made subtle adjustments to the devices, showing him how to balance the flows of energy, and he mirrored her actions, learning quickly. She watched closely, noting his reactions and progress. The energy in the room stabilized slightly, and Alex felt a wave of relief. He was doing it. He was participating without causing harm. The alien girl then gestured toward a floating panel with intricate symbols. He reached out, cautiously touching it. The symbols shifted, and a wave of warmth spread through the room. The crystal pulsed brighter, the energy flowing more smoothly. Alex felt a thrill of excitement. He was beginning to understand the rhythm, the flow, the delicate balance of how. The alien girl watched him with approval in her eyes, signaling that he was learning the system. She moved again, guiding him through more complex patterns, the energy flowing faster and brighter, responding perfectly to their combined actions. He realized that this was a test not of strength, but of understanding, of trust, of intuition, and he felt proud that he was passing it. The crystal pulsed in synchronization with their movements, a living heart of energy and knowledge. Alex followed her carefully, feeling a deep sense of connection to this alien world, and the girl guiding him. He wanted to speak to her, to ask questions, but words failed him again. Instead, he focused on gestures, imitating her movements, and the room responded, a pulse of energy flowing from the crystal through their hands and into the devices. He felt exhilaration and fear mingled together. The alien girl moved to a new console, the holographic displays shifting, streams of light forming new patterns. Alex reached out, following her guidance, symbols rearranging themselves, responding to their touch, the energy flowing smoothly, and he realized that he was becoming part of the system. The alien girl glanced at him, conveying a silent message of approval and encouragement. The room seemed to breathe around them, alive, vibrant, powerful. He felt awe and humility, the responsibility of handling such technology overwhelming, yet exhilarating. He moved carefully through the complex patterns, learning from the alien girl, each gesture precise, deliberate, every movement important. The crystal pulsed with energy, filling the room with a warm glow, the devices floating in midair, shifting and spinning. Alex followed each instruction, carefully trying not to disrupt the delicate balance. The alien girl observed his every move, her eyes large and expressive, conveying a mixture of curiosity and satisfaction. He felt the trust growing between them, a bond forming through the shared experience of navigating this extraordinary technology. The energy in the room surged suddenly, wave of light shooting through the devices. Alex flinched, but the alien girl caught his hand, guiding him through the pulse, showing him how to channel the energy safely. Together, they adjusted the floating panels, guiding the streams of light through the intricate patterns. The crystal pulsed brighter, the hum louder, the room alive with vibrant energy. Alex felt a thrill of excitement and fear. He realized how powerful this place was, how dangerous, yet how beautiful. The alien girl moved with grace, guiding him step by step, showing subtle adjustments, and he followed carefully, learning quickly. The trust between them deepening. The crystal pulsed in response to their actions, the patterns of energy shifting in harmony. He felt exhilaration, awe, and a strange sense of responsibility. He was not just a visitor, he was participating, learning, understanding, and the alien girl watched him closely, noting his progress. He mirrored her movements perfectly, the energy flowing smoothly, the devices responding in perfect harmony. The room pulsed brighter, the crystal almost glowing, as if acknowledging their combined efforts. Alex felt exhilaration and fear mingled together. The alien girl glanced at him, signaling a new challenge, a panel floating toward him, filled with intricate symbols. He reached out, cautiously touching it, the energy flowing through him warm and powerful. The crystal pulsed stronger, the room alive with vibrant energy. He followed her guidance, carefully adjusting symbols, guiding orbs through streams of light. The alien girl observed approvingly, signaling he was learning quickly. Together, they moved through the chamber, the energy flowing in intricate patterns, the crystal pulsing with life. Alex felt a deep connection to this alien world, and to the girl guiding him, each movement precise, deliberate, careful. He learned the rhythm of the system, the flows of energy, and how to balance them. The alien girl nodded, signaling a new stage, the pathway beneath them glowing, a new pattern forming. He followed her guidance, touching panels, guiding streams of light through the complex holographic displays. The crystal pulsed brighter, the hum louder, the devices responding perfectly. The room alive, vibrant, powerful. He felt awe and fear exhilaration all at once. The alien girl moved to a central console adjusting controls, and he followed carefully, the energy stabilizing slightly signaling progress. She glanced at him, a hint of approval in her eyes, conveying that he was learning well. Together they navigated more complex sequences, the crystal pulsing in harmony with their movements. Alex felt exhilaration, the alien girl guiding him through a world far beyond human understanding. He realized that this accidental intrusion had turned into an extraordinary opportunity, a chance to witness and participate in something incredible. The room alive, vibrant, powerful, the energy flowing smoothly, responding to their combined actions. The alien G. Earl glanced at him, signaling the final stage of the experiment, a new panel floating toward him, filled with intricate symbols. He reached out, carefully touching it, the energy flowing through his body warm and powerful. The crystal pulsed brighter, the hum louder, the room alive with vibrant energy. Together they guided the streams of light through the intricate patterns, the alien girl moving gracefully, guiding him step by step. He mirrored her movements perfectly, the energy in the room stabilizing the devices floating midair, responding perfectly, the crystal pulsing with life. Alex felt exhilaration, awe, and a strange sense of accomplishment. He had learned quickly and earned a small measure of trust from the alien girl. The room alive, vibrant, powerful, he realized that this was only the beginning of a journey into the unknown, a world of mystery, power, and wonder where one accidental step had led to unimaginable discoveries and the possibility of future adventures. Together the alien girl glanced at him, her eyes reflecting the light of the crystal, changing colors, soft blue to gold, signaling approval. Alex smiled faintly, understanding that he had passed her test and was welcome to continue exploring, learning, and discovering the secrets of this extraordinary place. The crystal pulsed in synchronization with their final movements, the energy flowing smoothly, the devices responding perfectly. Alex felt awe, exhilaration, and a deep connection to this alien world and the girl who had guided him through it all. He realized that this was only the beginning. The accidental intrusion had turned into an opportunity beyond his wildest dreams. The room alive, vibrant, powerful, the alien girl beside him, a guide, a teacher, a companion in the journey through the mysteries of the crystal and the strange technology he had stumbled upon. And the adventure was far from over. The energy in the room continued to hum, the crystal pulsing with vibrant life, the devices floating and shifting. Alex ready to follow the alien girl deeper into the mysteries of this world, a human and an alien learning together, exploring, discovering, and forming a bond that would shape the journey ahead.